What up, big time gang, and welcome back to another Tommy Big Time video. This is another size comparison video. If you've seen the BioLoom, this is the exact same ordeal. I've shrunk what I consider wearing on a daily basis. My comfort level has, I guess, gotten less tolerable. So I want something with more comfort. And I found that 40 to 45 millimeters is where I live happily in the size realm of watches for comfort. So with that being said, I have a lot of 47 millimeter plus size watches that I've slowly been letting go of. And this one is another one of those examples where I had it in 50 millimeter, but I loved the watch, but didn't wear it anymore. And then found it in 43 millimeter and had to have it. And so right now, this one is currently up for waffle. But before I let it go, I thought I'd make a video because I just replaced it with the smaller brother. So here we have the 50 millimeter Aragon Regeneron. This is model A431. We have T100 tritium tubes, NH70 24 jewel automatic movement with no date. These are T100 trigger light, T3 tritium, and then you have Superluminova on the bezel. So these watches are gorgeous, and I really like this one. I bought this one brand new in 50 millimeter probably about 2 years ago, and I haven't worn it more than maybe 2 times. And I'd say maybe a few months after I got this watch is when I switched on what I like in size. So this watch has got basically put to the side. I mean, it's brand new. There's nothing scratched on it, nothing. It's mint condition because I never really got to wear it and enjoy it. So here is the 43 millimeter, exact same. Model is A432 instead of 1. But the exact same T100 trigger light tritium tubes on the hands, the indices. You get the 12 and the 6, all done in that T3. And then we have the Superluminose on the bezel, just like the other one. So it's an identical twin, just smaller size. And so when I found this one for a very good deal, I had to get it. So I figured I'd take the opportunity to show you the difference. So right off the bat, everything is smaller. Bracelet is thinner. Crown is smaller. I mean, you can see that there. Crown is definitely smaller. Bezel thickness, as far as the diameter when looking at the watch, is definitely thinner on the 43 millimeter, which I like. I think it looks better than the 50 millimeter does. Dial opening, we'll have to measure. I know it's smaller, but we'll see how much smaller it is. But besides that, I mean, the watch is an exact clone, just shrunk. And so I'm very happy I got the 43 millimeter. And eventually somebody's going to win this 50 millimeter. Out of all the winners that I've had this one up on, nobody's claimed it yet. I think they're sleeping on it. It's a beautiful watch. I like it enough that I got 2 of them right now. So let's do basic diameter first. So measuring it from the 10 to the 4 comes in at 48.7. And then 10 to the 4 on this one, 42.6. Now let's measure the dial opening here. It's about right. So we're at about 34 millimeters dial opening. And then let's get it here. We're about 36 millimeter dial opening. So about 2 millimeters difference for, what is that? A 6 millimeter difference in overall size. So definitely a big difference size-wise, but not too much you're losing. So 8.8 crown. And then we'll check the 43 millimeter. 7.3 on the crown. So everything shrinks, but it looks very good. And I personally like the 43 better. I mean, I'm biased because I like the smaller watches right now, but I think it just looks better compact. I really like the bezel to dial ratio on this 43 millimeter version better than the 50 millimeter. Maybe this is 48 because I'm always shooting at 48.6. Case back, I'll show you the 50 millimeter first. Got that NH70 rotor, little tiny bit of decoration on it. Then you've got the good old writing on the back. This is a Regeneron. That's the model. And then got the same exact rotor. Pretty much identical case back, just smaller. So anyway, I wanted to show you guys the two watches side by side. They both have 120 click unidirectional bezels. Focus on the watch, not my hand, please. They both have screw down crowns. They're both water resistant to 660 feet. They both have that T3 trigger light tritium. And speaking of that, let's see if I can get that to glow. So I've given it about 5 minutes, trying to let the superluminova kind of die out from the studio lights so that you can see the tritium a little better. And it's still very hard to pick up on camera. I can see it glowing very nicely with my own eyes, but it's very hard to pick up on camera because the superluminova kind of floods the lens. But you can see the orange down by the 6 o'clock. And then you can see that the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock are glowing blue. But these are T100 tritium tubes, and these watches are 2 years old max. So we've still got a good 13 years minimum of glowing. So now you can start to see the 50 millimeter really starting to glow now. So as a superluminova wears off and your eyes adjust to the darkness, the tritium really starts to glow brighter. And I've learned this over time because I used to turn off the lights right away and then be like, I can't see nothing. I can't see them. You got to give time for your eyes to adjust and for the camera to adjust. So like right now, you can really see the tritium glowing now. But anyway, both are beautiful watches. If you're interested, Win TommyBigTim's watches on Facebook is where I waffle off all my watches. That is my group, my watches. I ship them out personally. If you want to jump on that, the link is in the description of every video. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching and God bless.